And serving first is Sydney Gazaniga. And we are underway. The set from Minor over to Baird, and it's a quick kill for Stanford. Katie Baird, the redshirt senior from Indianapolis, getting the first point on the board.
Well, this team just has so many weapons. I mean, you obviously talk about Kendall Kipp doing what she does, Cami Minor from the setter position. That's what makes them so tough to defend. They have a lot of weapons.
The dig by Ogilvy. Minor out to Baird again. Attempted block, but it falls in the Cardinal way. Stanford up quickly 2-0.
I think for Fresno State, you just got to come in here and, you know, we talked about it last match. There's going to be some nerves, but you try and appreciate the moment and have fun and not worry too much. Just go out and play.
Big recovery by the Bulldogs. A free ball here. Minor to Vicini in there. 3 in a row for the Cardinal.
Really nice setup there and feeding the big 6'2" middle blocker in Vicini. Usually does her work defensively, 1.36 blocks per set, second most in the Pac-12, but can add in some kills too.
First service error of the day. The Bulldogs going to get an opportunity to serve here, and a record high 7 all-conference honors in the Pac-12 for Stanford. Vicini getting honorable mention and some repeats with Cami Minor, the setter of the year, Kendall Kipp, player of the year.
We talk about doing that in a conference like the Pac-12. It's really impressive. Back-to-back years for both of them.
Kipp, the dig. Softly. Baird from the other side. Handled. Rude. Kipp. What a rally we have here, and just out of play, but saved by the Bulldogs. Just wide. Bulldogs pull within 1.
Great rally. That's the type of rally that, you know, can give Fresno State some confidence. Battling with this Stanford team, hanging in there with some really nice defense, and coming away with a hard-fought point.
Service by Fraga, and it's an ace. The libero, a key piece to the puzzle for Fresno State, evens it up.
So how about that? First 3 points to Stanford. Fresno State showing good resolve, coming right back with 3 of their own.
Freshman of the year in the Mountain West. The service error. And Stanford will get the opportunity again, but you mentioned it, Ben, the first ever tournament title since joining the Mountain West back in 2012. Cowie was MVP, Haluska, Fraga, Rude all made all tournament. And then Fraga, obviously freshman of the year, Haluska and Rude as well with the all-conference postseason awards. Bulldogs launched, handled by Baird. Over to Rubin. Rubin with her first kill of the night.
Crisp passing from the Cardinal. Everything on the money, the rhythm, right from the get-go, they've come out sharp.
Katie Baird at the line. Just long. Second service error for Stanford. Point goes the Bulldogs' way. Addison Haluska at the service line. The sophomore out of Gilbert, Arizona. Mountain West MVP. Off the block, diving attempt by Kipp to save it. Can't handle it at the net.
How about the blocking there from Fresno State? Brooke Cowie. She's a setter at 5'11", but she had the first one and then stuck with it.
Cowie, again, the tournament MVP in the Mountain West. But the service is long. So Pair of service aces for each team so far. Stanford with the 6-5 advantage. Ogilvy will serve. The whistle, point goes to Stanford. Too many touches. So the point goes to Stanford, and again, Ogilvy, the libero of the year once again for the Pac-12 as well. Tooling the block is Rude. The point goes to Fresno State.
This Bulldogs team doesn't look overwhelmed. They've come out strong in their own right. Again, this is a team that was picked last in their conference before the year.
Kip. Strong hit. At the net. Minor attempts, but out of bounds. Big moment there for the Bulldogs to tie this up.
And I'll tell you what, their crowd making some noise. Obviously not far from Fresno up here to Stanford. They've got a good amount of fans at Maples Pavilion. See if they can build off that energy.
Northern California collision here as Rubin gives the Cardinal the lead once more. And you said it, 10-8 in the Mountain West, 19-13 overall. Fresno State coming into this one.
Went from 1 conference win last year to 10 this year. Just an incredible turnaround.
Minor, the tip. Off the block. Set. Rubin, off the block again, but handled by Fraga. Big swing from the redshirt freshman, Jenna Legault, 6-foot outside hitter, enters the match.
She got a great angle on that one, too, and a deceptive hit.
And it's an ace. Grace Doyle, the redshirt senior, wants to end her career on a high note. Tough dig by Ogilvy. Off the block. Ogilvy again, Minor to Rubin, the tip. Diving is Fresno State. The tip again, handled by Stanford. We'll go back to Legault, rolls it over. Minor over to Rubin once more, and this time it's in there. Her 3rd kill of the night, leading Stanford so far.
Great timing, so much power from Elia Rubin, 6'1". Still just a sophomore. The all Pac-12 selection, boy, you pair her with some of the other weapons on this Stanford team, it can be tough.
The only underclassman in the starting group for Stanford, huge dig. Baird, wide. Double digits for Fresno State.
Bulldogs have done a nice job responding, not really allowing the Cardinal to gain momentum. We talked about last match, you got to have the memory of a goldfish, and I think Fresno has done a nice job of that early on as the service error there, but they look confident. They look like a group that, just came off winning the Mountain West tournament, which they did. They had lost 3 in a row before that. They've now won 3 in a row, and they've come here to play.
Beat Boise State, Utah State, and Colorado State in that order to win that title. Off the block. Fresno State taking the lead once more. Casey Puri, senior out of Tucson, Arizona.
You talk about the win against Utah State for Fresno State, and the Aggies had a phenomenal season. They're in the tournament at 24-7. They were 17-1 during the regular season in the Mountain West. So that's the type of win that also helps build confidence.
Into the net. Stanford ties it up. You talked about the underdog or the under bulldog mentality that we're calling it. 1-17 in the Mountain West last year. So first year head coach Lisa Rosen, I mean, outstanding what she's been able to do in Fresno this year. Back set, strong. Addison Haluska adds one in the Fresno State category.
Going back to Lisa Rosen, yeah, I mean, you can't overstate the job she did. I can't believe she didn't win the Mountain West Coach of the Year. And full credit, as we said, Utah State had a phenomenal season, but you go from 1-17 to 10-8 and end up winning the Mountain West tournament. Just incredible in 1 year.
Kill for Katie Baird. And that's right, you have to wonder, when are those votes cast as well? Was it before the tournament?
I'm guessing before the
tournament?
conference tournament.
Right.
Which would make a little more sense. But still, I mean, finishing 10-8 in conference play, tied for fourth in the Mountain West when they were picked dead last. Again, Utah State, a phenomenal year, 17-1, and that's a good pick too. But you talk about expectations versus performance, I don't think there could possibly be a bigger gap than what Fresno State did this year, and they're trying to keep it rolling, up by one.
13-12. Kipp makes it even. Kendall
Tell you what,
Kipp, man.
When Kendall Kipp gets a full head of steam like that, I think it would be easy to just try and dive out of the way. She's got so much power.
Three-time Pac-12 champ, back-to-back Pac-12 Player of the Year. The fifth year has been huge for leadership for Stanford. And blocked. Francis and Rubin right there at the net. But it looks like it falls out of play, so the point goes to Fresno.
Bulldogs playing at a really high level here in this first set. This has been impressive.
Ella Rude with the serve. Minor. Quickly hit by Francis. And the point goes to Stanford. It's tied once more. We saw this in the first match between Houston and Santa Barbara. Lots of back and forth. We're seeing it so far here in the first set.
Yeah, like we said, but both sides doing a really nice job answering, not allowing the momentum to build for their opponent.
Off the net. Over to us.
Thought I was going to have to make a catch there. Almost knocked over the monitor, but we're good.
Stanford 15, Fresno State 14. We will take a break here as the teams have a conversation here in the first set. Stanford Cardinal up 15-14 here in the first set. After the timeout, the Cardinal looking to add to their lead, and Katie Baird getting things started, getting the first point on the board as Kendall Kipp with the serve. Lego off the block, handled by Rubin. Minor with the dump, successful. Tammy Minor can do it all. She runs the offense as a setter, but she'll rack up the kills, she'll rack up the digs. So versatile.
Yeah, it's so valuable when you can have someone with that versatility. A 6-foot setter, and a great decision there.
Rude finds the back corner. Fresno State back within one. A lot of power behind that swing. Doyle serving into the net. Big point for Stanford as they now lead by 2.
Well, they talked about the service errors last match, and I think for Fresno State that's really going to be important. That's already 4. They know that they've got to play a near perfect match tonight, and service errors is one area they've got to avoid.
Lego off the block. Ogilvy to Minor, over to Kipp. Big kill by Kipp. Kendall Kipp with her second kill of the match.
6'5", terrific leaping ability, and a big swing from the 5th year.
Rubin continues to serve. Lego. Dig by Ogilvy. Minor over to Francis off the block. Minor this time to Baird. Just long.
Good setup, just a little bit long. And again, credit to Fresno State staying in that point. I think that's something that's going to be important for the Bulldogs too. You know, even just staying in rallies, playing good defense, make the Cardinal come with that extra hit.
Big dig. Cowie over to Legault. Rolls it, but long. And that's absolutely right, Ben. I mean, we've talked about Rosen being a first-year head coach at Fresno State. However, she has 24 seasons at Michigan under her belt. So that Big Ten experience, that Power 5 experience. Bulldogs trailing the Cardinal by 3 here in the first set, opening round of the NCAA tournament. Jenna Becerra and Ben Ross with you. This is the 5th tournament appearance for the Bulldogs. The last one was in 2002. 10 of their current players were not even born yet. Big swing. Haluska brings it down.
It's just a testament to the job that Lisa Rosen and the coaching staff and the players have done this year. Again, trying to build this program back. As you said, their first tournament appearance in 21 years. And surprising the entire Mountain West Conference this season.
Whoa, a lot of power, but handled by the Bulldogs.
Unreal.
The dump attempt by Miner.
Wow.
Fresno State on top.
That is an unbelievable dig by Fraga.
Wow.
You're not going to see a ball hit much harder than that. And for her to get her hands on it and keep it in play, phenomenal.
Freshman of the year. Kendall Kipp tools the block. An even 20 for the Cardinal. Cami Miner serving. Another big swing. The Bulldogs once again within one.
Yeah, Haluska with her 3rd kill here in this first set. He was one of their 3 All-Mountain West selections this year, along with Rude and Fraga. And this Fresno State team is not going away. Stanford can't shake them in this first set, going right down to the wire.
Those 3 kills leading the match for the Bulldogs. Kipp finds the floor.
Tell you what, when Kendall Kipp hits it, you don't just have to be alert if you're on the court. You better be alert in the crowd, too.
Head on a swivel. Kipp and Baird tied for team leading 4 kills so far in this one as Baird takes the service line. Off the block. Doyle, the redshirt senior.
I love when teams will feed their middle blocker like that. Doyle at 6'1", making the right play. And again, Fresno back within 1.
Miner back to Kipp. Off the block, but whistle blown. Net violation on Stanford. It'll tie it up for Fresno State.
How about this? We're tied at 21. Fresno State right in this thing, a chance to maybe steal the first set.
All the way across court to Rubin with the tip, and it's successful.
Well, the Cardinal have been in these moments themselves. Veteran team. They're not afraid to play in close sets.
Rubin joins Kipp and Baird with 4 kills on the night. Ogilvy. Big dig by Ogilvy. Over to Rubin, off the block and out of bounds. 23 for Stanford.
That was a terrific dig by Ogilvy. We saw one from Fresno State, now back the other way. And the Cardinal 2 points away from this set.
On the road wins is the national best.
Yeah, 14-1 on the road is phenomenal, obviously. 12-2 at home, pretty good too.
82-11 here at Maples. They have the home court advantage. Get an opportunity to host opening couple of rounds. We'll host moving forward as well, leading up to the Final Four. Ogilvy with the serve. Doyle, the dig. Ogilvy to Kip, the tip, handled. Rude, long. Stanford now with set point. The Cardinal fans are on their feet.
3 in a row for Stanford after we were tied at 21. A good response by the Cardinal.
Ogilvy still at the service line. Long again, and that seals it. The first set goes to Stanford. They take it from Fresno State, 25-21. Kendall Kipp, one of the best in the country. She has been a force so far.
Staff having a magical season.
Largely the same group, big improvement. Diving is Minor, the tip by Kipp. Diving on the other side. Ogilvy with the dig. Baird off the block. The Bulldogs lose it. First point goes to Stanford here in the second set.
I think this is a spot where if you're Stanford, you want to really step on the gas now. You get that first set. You want to assert yourself early in the second and really take away any life from this Fresno State team.
Stanford hit 278 in the first set. Big dig by Ogilvy. Whistle blown. It was a net violation by Stanford, so Fresno State ties it up.
Now serving for Fresno State, number 12,
See some contact there at Kendall Kipp's elbow with the net. Serving is Fraga. Kipp. Recovering are the Bulldogs, rolling it. Minor to Vicini. McKenna Vicini back with another kill.
Perfect timing and just a great pass from Minor in the wheelhouse for Vicini. Doesn't give the defense any time to get set up, and that's where that team chemistry is so important.
Baird in there for an ace. Second ace of the day for the Cardinal. And you said it, Ben. A lot of credit to Cami Minor as well, who is ranked third nationally with 11.71 assists per set coming into this match today. She is a key component of the offense. Just placing the ball so beautifully for the hitters. In there. Fresno State. Haluska gets the kill.
Going back to your point on Cami Minor, and you know, you said it last set, Jenna. She does so much, obviously as a distributor, but she can also add in some kills, play some defense for you. Just one of the best all-around players in the nation.
3 digs on the night, as well as a kill, in addition to 17 assists. Kipp, big swing. Kendall Kipp with her 5th. Kipp, Baird, and Rubin all with 5 so far in this match.
Yeah, balanced attack from the Cardinal, as is often the case. Team led the Pac-12 with 14.4 kills per set, 5th most in the nation. Best hitting percentage at .316.
Tooling the block was Ella Rude. 4 kills on the night. Now she'll serve.
Bulldogs again hanging in there, having the answer. Not letting Stanford go on any huge runs.
Tip from Francis. Handled. Tip from Legault. Ogilvy out to Kipp. Another tip attempt. Recovered. Miss hit by Legault, and the point goes to Stanford. 2-point lead here, 5-3.
Tough break there, too, because it was a pretty good pass from Rude back where she was on the court, but a rare error in this match. Just the 4th attack error for Fresno State.
Kip serving. Back set. What a save by Ogilvy. Rubin off the block. The set. Big swing. Rude continues with the attack from the back row.
Really nicely placed by the junior from Gilbert, Arizona. Splitting a couple of defenders. There's a look at that incredible dig before by Ogilvy.
Off the block. Minor back set to Francis. Off the block again.
Like an instant replay.
Rubin this time off the block, and the roof is brought down by Fresno State.
Wow. Impressive. I mean, look, you see it on the court. Stanford certainly has the size advantage, but Fresno State is holding its own at the net. Terrific blocking there to even this thing at 5.
Casey Purry stepping up, the senior. Kip answers. Stanford back with the lead.
That was a nice job by Kip, spotting the blockers early and knowing exactly the path she wanted to take.
Stanford hit 278 in the first set. They came into this one leading the nation, hitting 316. So some solid defense from the Bulldogs, and there it is from the Cardinal. Francis and Baird. Stuff.
You talk about that size the Cardinal had. That's 6'6" and 6'3" you're trying to get through. Well done by the Cardinal defensively.
Rubin off the net. Out to Legault. Recovered off the block. Back set. Tip. Francis with it. Rubin. The tip by Baird, and it gets it done. Katie Baird with her 6th kill.
Baird did a great job of kind of deceiving where she was going with that one. She kind of changed her hand angle at the last moment. And sometimes that's all you need to create a little space.
Legault. Recovery by Baird. Tussle at the net. Legault again, off the block, diving is Baird, but can't handle it. Fresno State back within 2.
That was a big answer from Fresno State. Stanford had won 3 points in a row. We talked about how to this point the Bulldogs have not allowed the Cardinal to go on any big extended runs. And we saw it in the first set. They kept it close the whole way. Can they do it again?
The ace for the Bulldogs. They'll bring it within 1. Brooke Cowie at the service line. Again, the MVP of the Mountain West tournament, running this offense. And it's long that time for a service error, the 5th of the night for the Bulldogs. Stanford up 9-7.
You don't mind trying to be aggressive with the serve. You know, we talked about Fresno State wanting to be almost perfect tonight, and those 5 service errors they don't love, but you know, sometimes you do have to be a little aggressive when you're going against this good of a team.
Minor to Baird. The kill. Katie Baird. Team high, 7 kills.
Another one of those 7 all Pac-12 selections on this Cardinal team.
Cowie. Big dig by Rubin. Minor to Vicini, and it falls. McKenna Vicini with her 3rd kill of the night.
And I like this timeout here from Lisa Rosen. We talked about not wanting to allow the big runs. Kind of snuff out any momentum at all and let Fresno State regroup, talk it over.
Bulldogs trailing by 4. The stands have filled in a bit here at Maples Pavilion. You see the Cardinal in white, you see the red and blue. It is a NorCal collision here in the second set. Stanford took the first one. They are leading 11-7 in the second one. Anna Pringle in to serve. Lego. Pringle diving, deflects off of her, gives the point to the Bulldogs.
So out of the timeout, Fresno State gets a big side out. And the longer they can stay in these sets, the more the pressure shifts to Stanford, although the Cardinal handled it very well in the first set.
Baird trying to recover is Fresno State. They'll do it, a free ball. Minor to Vicini, big dig, another big dig.
Oh, wow.
Fresno State in this one. Baird off the block, and this time it falls.
We have seen some unreal digs from Diani Fraga. Cardinals still able to get the point, but wow, back to back. Phenomenal.
Fraga has the freshman record coming into this with 530 digs on the season, which, oh, by the way, led the Mountain West Conference. Long from Rude, point Stanford. 5-point lead for the Cardinal.
Feels like danger time right now for Fresno State. Stanford, biggest lead of the set. Trying to take control of this match.
Back set. Big dig from Minor. Ogilvy out to Kipp. Falls in fairly. Kendall Kipp, number 7 on the kill column.
Got enough spin on it to bring it down in play in the court. And the lead is now up to 6.
Kipp hitting .353. Rubin to Minor. Over to Baird. Big dig. Whistle blown. Point goes to Stanford. It's a net violation by the Bulldogs. That was a big dig by Fraga, though.
Off the scoreboard and back into play, but unfortunately for the Bulldogs, the net violation giving the point to Stanford.
Cardinal the first to 15. But answering is Fresno State. Casey Purry gets the kill.
Purry, one of just a few seniors on this team. It's a young squad. And after the year they're having this season, they look built well for the next few years in the Mountain West.
Vicini, her and Minor are connecting well in this match.
Yeah, Vicini from the middle blocker position. We told you what she does defensively as a blocker, but it's now 4 kills for her in this one as well. And Cami Minor leading the way with 23 assists.
Over to Rude. Make it another kill. Team high 6 for Ella Rude. Fresno State now trailing by 6. Addison Haluska at the service line. Set off the block. And it goes the Cardinal way. They are up by 7 here in the second set.
Just the second block tonight for the Cardinal. Good positioning by Vicini. And she got the hand on it over the top of all of the Fresno State players.
Pair of blocks for both teams. Ogilvy continues with the serve. Free ball. Baird to Minor to Francis. The angle.
And it did hit the ground. We've seen that working tonight for the Cardinal. Cami Minor feeding the middle. And Francis at 6'6". When you put it in her wheelhouse, she's not going to miss too many.
Off the block, diving is Ogilvy. Back set, Kipp. It's another one for Kendall Kipp. Her 8th and point number 19 for Stanford.
And Fresno State will use another timeout. You can see the Cardinal really rolling now. They are playing at their best, which is a scary sight for any opponent.
Cardinal leading the nation.
462 is just phenomenal. Only one attack error in this second set, 13 kills.
Roofed! Francis and Kipp handle it.
And now they're starting to get that defense at the net going too.
Ogilvy, service. Cowie with the set. Big dig by Baird. Rubin, another one. Elia Rubin with 6 kills.
When the Cardinals start playing defense like this, in addition to their attack, they are tough to beat. There's a reason they're the number 2 team in the nation, and they are playing like it in this second set.
Big dig by Ogilvy. Rubin, handled by Fresno State. Point to Stanford. The ball goes out of bounds. We saw it hit the pole on the side of the net.
Cardinal on an 11-2 run to open up this second set.
Cowie. Huge dig. Falls out of bounds. Good effort by Minor, but Fresno State makes it 11.
Nice slide from the Bulldogs, and Doyle got enough on it. As you said, a great effort by Minor, but couldn't quite keep it in play.
Minor to Rubin. Big dig. Lego off the block. Francis and Kipp back at it again at the net.
And that's now 4 blocks for the Cardinal, 3 coming in these last few points. And they're starting to get their timing down. It's a tough tandem.
Kipp now serving, but into the net this time. 4th service error for Stanford. Opportunity here for Fresno State. Service error for the Bulldogs, back to back. It's the 6th one for Fresno State compared to 3 aces. Stanford with 4 errors and 2 aces. And now it's going to be Elia Rubin at the line. And it's set point. Way long from Fresno State, and that's going to seal set number 2 for the Cardinal. They dominated 25-12, the offense and the defense.
They had the longer break between sets 2 and 3. But I think if you're the Bulldogs, just keep doing what you've been doing. They're playing at a high level themselves.
Minor set to Baird. First point of the 3rd match, and it's Baird's double-digit kill. Cami Minor now serving.
Great placement there from Baird, who, as you mentioned, is the first from either team into double digits with 10 kills.
Rolls it over. Minor to Baird again. And out of play. Stanford with a quick 2-point lead. Katie Baird back-to-back points.
So much power there from Baird. A great effort again from Fraga, who's made a couple of phenomenal digs tonight. That one she just couldn't harness to give her teammates a chance.
Cowie to Legault. This time it's off Ogilvy. Fresno State gets one on the board. You talked about the why not us mentality and mindset that they have carried through 2023. The Bulldogs having each of them individually their why words, like what do they want to represent for this program every single day on and off the court. And you can see it in their play, and a big swing from the Cardinal.
Yeah, Katie Baird deciding that this is going to be her set. 3 kills to give them a 3-1 lead. But no, you're right. I mean, I think that's how you turn a program around too, or build a program up. Fresno State, we talked about, they were 7-23 last year, picked last in the preseason Mountain West Bowl. No one expected anything from them. They end up finishing tied for 4th in the regular season, winning the Mountain West tournament. What a pancake there. Oh.
Beautiful. Fraga and Ogilvy working hard. And this time it's Rubin.
You said it. The 2 liberos are working hard, getting down on the floor. Some great digs. And Rubin finishes it off.
And 2 incredibly strong liberos in this match. We talked about Freshman of the Year in the Mountain West for Fraga, Libero of the Year in the Pac-12 for Ogilvy. Big block by Vicini, and it's a solo one. 5th block of the night for Stanford.
And they're starting to come fast and furious now, these blocks for the Cardinal. Starting to get a good read on some of these hits from Fresno State. The positioning has been perfect. And as we said, the size advantage for the Cardinal, an issue for Fresno State.
Off the block, handled by Ogilvy. Minor to Rubin, long and wide. Point goes to the Bulldogs, their 2nd of the set. Brooke Cowie, the junior, serving now for Fresno State. And it's long. Service error. The 7th for Fresno State. Stanford now leading by 4 in the 3rd set. Speaking of liberos, Ogilvy now at the line. Cowie to Legault, the tip. Francis hits the scoreboard. Big dig by Fraga. Keeping it in play. Rubin with the tip. Falls in. Elia Rubin changes it up.
Well, they didn't win the point, but gosh, Fraga is just so fun to watch. Another highlight reel dig. You can see why she was the Freshman of the Year, and such flexibility, quickness. She reads the play well and then reacts almost instantly.
Minor to Francis. Sammy Francis, her 3rd kill of the night.
That play has been there for the Cardinal whenever they want it. Feeding the middle blocker. Another assist for Cami Minor, who just racks them up each and every match. She's got 32 now tonight.
Such finesse as well. The timing, location of the sets. Big point for Fresno State. Curie gets another one for the Bulldogs.
That was a big point. You said it earlier, Jenna. This Stanford team tends to get better and better as the match goes on. We've seen that tonight. They keep upping their play. Can the Bulldogs find a way to match that?
Wide from Rubin. Point Bulldogs. They're within 4. All time, Stanford has 13 wins to just 1 loss against Fresno State. Last time they met was in 1999. Blocked! Francis, Kip. A wall at the net.
That's a lot of height right there. 6'5" and 6'6".
We've talked about the size too, and it makes me think, as a former athlete here at Stanford, I think I'm not too short, right? But then when you realize you're shorter than the libero.
Well, when you stand next to these players and you're you're staring straight up. It gives you an idea.
Ball goes out of bounds, and the Bulldogs get another one. It's 9-5 Cardinal.
And, of course, it's not just height, but it's the athleticism, it's the movement, it's reading the play that the Cardinal, they all do so well. Obviously, very well coached. You combine talent with volleyball IQ, and this is what you get.
Ball Stanford's way once again. They'll make it double digits here in the third set.
Timeout here for Fresno State. Try and slow things down a little bit. And Cardinal rolling right now.
Leading by 5. Third set here in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. Stanford leading 10-5 over Fresno State. Bulldogs coming from the Valley to the Bay Area for a NorCal collision. Elliot Rubin serving. And it's a big kill from Fresno State. A little bit of life from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice swing from Haluska there. Got a lot on it. And still in this third set, only down by 4. They go on a little run here. You could put the pressure back onto Stanford.
Haluska hitting .357. Team high by far, also leading with 6 kills. Service into the net from Haluska. Point goes to Stanford. 8 service errors for the Bulldogs. Double the amount that Stanford has. Again, we've talked about looking at that stat a little bit in this opening round today.
And if you're Fresno State, it is a little bit of a double-edged sword. You know, it's because, as we talked about, you want to be aggressive with those serves. You don't want to make it easy for this Cardinal team, but at the same time, you hate to give away the free points.
Cowie rolled over. Minor back set. Tip. Handled by the Bulldogs. Off the block. Baird gets it up. Kip. Big dig by Fraga. Saying that all day long. And the tip from Vicini. Make it a dozen for the Cardinal.
That's a tough read for Fraga, who did a great job. You don't know if it's necessarily going out or not. And again, you have so little time to decide. She did a good job keeping it in play.
The dump attempt, but handled by Stanford. Baird finds the floor. Katie Baird has been outstanding. Her 13th kill of the night. Hitting .579 in this match.
Yeah, 13 kills, just 2 attack errors, 5 digs as well for Katie Baird. Having a big night.
Pringle, service. Free ball. Minor over to Baird. Big dig once again by Fraga. Off the block. Recovering is Fresno State. And they find it.
Good point.
Grace Doyle getting another one on the board for Fresno.
Fraga now up to 14 digs. Ogilvy with 17 for Stanford. We talked about both liberos. So impressive. The liberos from our first match tonight, Houston and UC Santa Barbara, also phenomenal. We're seeing some great defensive play.
Huge swing. Kendall Kipp once again.
And she's nearing double figures now with her 9th kill of the night. Just 1 attack error.
Hitting .400.
Cardinal is a team hitting .357. Talked about they lead the nation in that category, even above their season average tonight.
Dig by Ogilvy. Minor to Baird. Another big dig, but out of play. Stanford the first to 15 in the third set.
So much power just up and down this lineup. I think it wears on you as the match goes on, and as we talked about, this Cardinal just keeps getting better throughout their matches through a lot of this season. It's happening tonight.
So much experience.
That helps too.
Vicini Kip at the net once again.
Well, they can sense it right now as they've opened up this 9-point lead, and I think this is the type of killer instinct that you're looking for if you're a Cardinal fan. They have not dropped off one bit.
Service error, just the 5th for Stanford. Point goes to Fresno State. Stanford now up by 8.
We saw Kevin Hambley a moment ago, and there's Lisa Rosen, 2 phenomenal head coaches. Rosen in her first season, Hambley in his 7th, already with 3 national titles at Stanford.
Katie Baird once again, 15 kills. What a match for the 5th year.
She found the space on the court and did not miss it.
Cowie, back set. Baird tries the dig. Ogilvie recovers it. Free ball here for Fresno State. Cowie, dig by Baird again. Again recovered by Ogilvie. Deja vu. Off the block, and Elia Rubin tools it. Stanford 18 on the night. Great presence in the middle. Serve is long. Little break for Fresno State and the side out.
See if the Bulldogs have one more push in them as they try to keep their season alive. And what a season it's been.
Off the block, recovered by Fresno State. And this time the kill from Haluska. Her 7th on the night.
Well, there's the response you want to see. If you're Lisa Rosen coming out of the timeout, back-to-back points. Haluska's played well.
Diving is Ogilvie. Cardinal get it over. Big swing. Dive by Minor, but the Bulldogs get the advantage.
Some late life here from Fresno State. 3 straight points. Great dig. But the Bulldogs were not deterred. Stuck with it.
You got to be happy with seeing life like that and fighting if you're head coach Rosen. Minor over to Rubin. Off the block, Kip. Minor again. This time Vicini. They have connected so well throughout this match. 6th kill for Vicini.
You're right about that. They certainly have. And what makes it so tough is it just changes the rhythm. You know, as a blocker at the net, you're waiting for the higher pass to either the outside hitter or an opposite. And when you get that quick strike to the middle, you don't have time to get set up. Opens a lot of lanes.
Off the block, Minor. Ogilvie at the set. Whistle is blown. Point goes to Fresno State. Too many touches called on Stanford, so it's 19-12.
Going back to Fresno State, you do love to see the way that they're playing right now. Look, if you're going to go down, you want to go down giving your absolute best. And they're going to give it one more push here in this 3rd set to try and force a 4th.
The tip deflected. And that is from Julia Blashoff, the outside hitter, the freshman out of Carlsbad, California, getting some time for Stanford.
And nice to see some of the younger players getting an opportunity here late in this 3rd set.
Cardinal ace makes it an even 20. Check that, 21 now.
Three aces for each side.
Good fight from the Cardinal. Deflected, and Stanford gets their 22nd point. Julia Blashoff once again making an impact with her opportunity. 2 kills and she's hitting 1,000.
That's how it's done. Can't do it much better than that. Figures to have a big career for the Cardinal.
Kelly Bellardi, the sophomore from Manhattan Beach, serving. Blashoff once again. Her 3rd kill since entering this match. What an opportunity for the Cardinal to get some of their underclassmen this postseason experience.
Just like that, Blashoff tied for 5th most kills on the team tonight.
Fresno State answers. Ella Rude. Her 7th kill. She's now tied for team high with Haluska. Cleaning up the court just a little bit.
Yeah, wet spot over on the Stanford side as Froggy getting ready to serve for Fresno State.
I love seeing the kids who get to work these events too. We saw them actually recently when we did postseason soccer together here at Stanford. Get to see them helping out cleaning the court here at Maples. Francis with a big swing, but the point goes to Fresno State.
Looked like a violation there against the Cardinal.
Bulldogs still in it. Fraga.
Good serve.
Big swing and a kill from Jordan Harvey, the freshman out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and she makes it match point for the Cardinal.
Not a whole lot of drop off when you start to go to the bench, bring in a couple of freshmen here, and Harvey and Blashoff.
Service from Blashoff, long. You could see how happy Jordan Harvey was too after getting that postseason kill.
Hey, why not? First postseason kill. These are the types of matches that you want to play in.
Still match point for Stanford as Haluska now serving for Fresno State. And it's long. The Stanford Cardinal have done it. They have sealed the deal, took the 3rd set, took the match from Fresno State here in the opening round of the NCAA tournament.